Often we happily spend money on maintaining our vehicles and homes, but are more reluctant to do so with our own bodies. While diet, exercise and clean living can go so far, our bodies sometimes can't keep up with demands, and then injuries, aches and pains tend to become increasingly troublesome. This is because some of the vital nutrients the body uses to maintain our joints and general well-being have become depleted. On the flip side, it's astounding how well the body heals when it has what it needs. With Kane's Deer Velvet on board, the body is refueled with amazing nutrients it uses in maintaining the immune system, bones, joints, circulation and general well-being. With the tank topped up, it can get on with the magic of healing and restoration. Find out more at www.canesdeervelvet.com and use the code STAGRAW252 for a 20% discount. Welcome back to the 200 Club. The Sika trophies of New Zealand from the Sika, written and compiled for the New Zealand Deerstalkers Association, incorporated by D.Bruce Banwell. New Zealand Big Game Record Series. Part of the Stag Raw podcast. Make sure you've left a wee rating there for the Stag Raw podcast. It helps it to get out to more ears and to produce more content like this. This one is TD Ormiston, Taharua Stream, Kaimanawa Ranges in the early days, 1928. Still 5x5. Length on this puppy is 34 by 33 and 4/8. Spread of 26 and 4/8. Span of 22 and 2/8. Beams are 4 and 6 by 4 and 6. Coronets 9 by 8 and 6. The brow tines 9 and 6/8 by 10 and 1/8. The tray, left tray is broken. 4 and 4/8 by 6 and 5. So it comes away with a 9 there, doubling that shortest one. Bugger. In a top, 5 and 1 by 4 and 7/8. The outer tops are 11 and 6 by 12 and 1/8. And the outer off the outer top is 7 and 6/8 by 8 and 7/8. The total is 220. Very little is known about the taking of this fine trophy. What does it say here? Very little was known about the taking of this fine trophy Sika stag by Tom Ormiston. Apologies. Yet once again, there was talk of it being a hybrid animal. I hear you 5x5, you're like, it's a hybrid. This claim was probably based on its unconventional tops and the angle of the brow tines. But there are always exceptions to the rules. This is where Banwell goes into bat. It is the writer's best guess that claims were based simply on the quality of the antler. The dimensions of the antlers and the length of the individual tines do not indicate anything untoward and are well within the spectrum of Sika statistics. The shape of the ears and the length of the muzzle suggest typical dimensions for this species. Of course, it is a continuing saga in regard to any large or unconventional configuration in Sika antlers in New Zealand. The presence of red deer genes always directed at any trophy of worthwhile size, regardless of the lack of substantiated evidence. This too was an early trophy, in fact the earliest recorded to date, and the chances of hybridization occurring in those early years of low populations of both species in that area suggests the chances to be remote. This trophy eventually came into the hands of R.J. Holmes of Te Awamutu, the person mentioned in the text as having carried out deer surveys on behalf of the government tourist department at Rotorua during the 1920s. There we go. Coming next, back to Puketitiri in Hawke's Bay. Quite a late one, 2006. Paul G. Jackson. Brilliant. Join us then. This episode of the Big Game Records, it's number 1, The Sika, Volume 1. New Zealand Big Game Records series, written and compiled for the New Zealand Deerstalkers Association Incorporated, written by D.Bruce Banwell. Published by Halcyon Press, a division of Halcyon Publishing Limited, PO Box 360, Auckland, New Zealand. The copyright is 1999 D.B. Banwell, updated edition 2009, first published 1999, all rights reserved.